most of the people are going to define it as what? Algorithm as what? Sequence of steps. Algorithm as what? Sequence of steps. And here, riding a bicycle, what are the steps? Remove the bicycle from the stand, sit on a seat of the bicycle, or start pedaling, use brakes whenever the needed, and stop on reaching the destination. Uh, if you are writing what are the things, what are the steps are involved in riding a bicycle, and writing in this manner we are going to be called it as what? In this manner we are going to call it as what? Sequence of steps. And to achieve this problem is these steps are being involved. After first step we need to do second, after second step we are going to do third, after third step we are going to do something as fourth, after fourth step we are going to do something as what? Fifth. And that's why we have defined the algorithm as what? Sequence of steps. And here, sequence of steps for what? To accomplish the task. And here, what are the how many steps are needed? A finite sequence of steps required to get a desired output, we are going to be called it as what? Algorithm. A finite sequence of steps required to get desired output, we are calling it as what? Algorithm. And algorithm is what will be the algorithm is going to be done here means it leads to the what? Desired result in finite amount of time. Finite amount of time if followed correctly. If we follow that algorithm correctly means it is going to give the output in an expected time, and output in a correct manner. And what is the thing? Every algorithm is going to have what? A definite beginning, definite beginning, and a definite end. And every algorithm is going to have beginning and end, and consist of a finite number of steps. Some people are going to define the algorithm as what? Algorithm has a definite beginning and definite end, and consist of what? A finite number of steps. And why do we need algorithms here? Why do we need an algorithm? Why do we need an algorithm here means to solve a problem means what is the thing what is the thing is needed? We need to write manually the code in the form of form as what? Algorithm. We can write a computer program for giving instructions to the computer in a high level language. After writing the algorithm, we are converting that algorithm into the what? Programmatical code. If the algorithm is correct means computer will run that program correctly every time. If you whatever the steps you have been written, those steps are correct means then we are going to implement those steps in a programmatical manner. Then only that program is going to work in a proper way. And here what is the purpose of, what is the actual intention of writing the algorithms? We are mentioning as what? Reliability, accuracy, and efficiency. And for what purpose the people are writing the algorithms here means for reliability purpose, accuracy purpose, efficiency purpose. Reliability means whether whatever the steps we have written, those steps are going to be used for the long period of time or not, and whether whatever the steps we have written, those steps are working in an accurate manner or not. And if it is working in an accurate manner means we are going to be called it as what? Efficiency of what? Obtaining the what? Solutions. And now we are going to be, what are the characteristics of algorithms we are having? Now, what are the characteristics here means precision. Nothing but what? Correctly defined means if the program has been correctly defined means we are going to expect the correct output. And precision nothing but what? Preciously stated or defined, properly defined. And uniqueness nothing but what? Results of each step are uniquely defined and only depend on input, and the result of what? Preceding steps. And okay, the results of each step are uniquely defined and only depends on the input, and the result of the what preceding step. If you are giving 10 plus 20, 10 20 means it has to give the result as what 30. And if you are giving 10 and x means that okay, for the proper input only, for the proper input, taking the proper input and giving the proper output, we are going to be called it as what such type of thing we are going to be called it as what uniqueness. And every algorithm has how many number of steps? Only the finite number of steps mandatorily needed. If infinite means sometimes the program is working, sometimes the program is not working, means not giving the output at right time, means it is taking a huge amount of time. And here every algorithm always stops after what? Every algorithm needs to stop always after what? Finite number of steps. Finite number of steps. And every algorithm is going to contain what? Some input and output. The algorithm receives some input and the algorithm produces some what? Output. These are the things we are calling it as what? Characteristics. Preciously defined, completely defined, uniqueness, finiteness, and input, output. These are the things we are calling it as what? Characteristics. And okay, while writing an algorithm, it is required to clearly identify the what following the input taken from the what user, whether we are giving the proper input or not, and processing is going on or not, computation to be performed to get the desired result, and whether we are getting the desired result from the system or not, output the desired by the user. These are the three things we need to be followed while writing the what algorithm. What kind of input is going to be accepted, and what is the thing is going to be processed, and what kind of output is desired by the user. And representation of algorithms. How we are going to represent the algorithms? There are two ways of representing the algorithms called flowcharts, and the second one as what? Pseudocode. We are going to call it as what? Pseudocode. And flowcharts is nothing but diagrammatical representation of algorithm, and pseudocode is nothing but what? Instruction based real code, instruction based code writing. And here now we are going to see in in detail about the what flowchart means what and pseudocode means what. And here representation of algorithms are what are the two types of representations we are having: flowchart and pseudocode. And here what are the this one we are going to be called it as what? Flowchart. For the flowchart, what are the symbolic notations we are using? The symbol we are using for the what? Starting and ending point of the what? Algorithm. And this symbol we are using for the what? Process. And nothing but what? We are calling it as what? Action symbol. And some processing is going on, means we are going to return that logic inside these block. And decision making is indicated by using symbol called what? Diamond symbol. And this one we are, this type of symbol we are going to be called it as what? Decision. For taking the input or giving the output means we are going to use this symbol. And to represent the data flow means we are going to use symbol called what? Arrows. And inside the flow chart, what are the symbols are being involved here means this symbol we are rounded rectangle we are using for the starting and ending point, and rectangle we are using for the what? Process, and round diamond shape we are using for the decision making, and input and for input and output we are using something as what? Parallelogram. And flow of the data flow inside the algorithm we are indicating by using the what? Arrow. And here now we are going to see one algorithm. Write an algorithm to find the square of a number. Before writing the algorithm, here we have written what are the three steps we have been considered: input, process, output. What is the input? Numbers whose square is required. Number whose square is required. And process, what is the process we are indicating? Square means what? Multiplying that number by itself, we are going to get it as what? Gets its what? Square. And what is the output we need to give? Square of the number we need to give it as what? Output. Then how we are going to write the algorithm here means step one we are writing as what? Input a number and store it inside the what? NUM. Storing it inside the what? Input a number. Suppose here user has given a number as what? 3. User has given a number as 3. Where that number has been stored here means inside this which one we are storing that number inside the 3 we are num we are storing this number inside the num we are storing this number. And what is the thing we want to be find out? We want to find out something as what? Square of a number we want to be find out. Square of a number we want to be find out. And num is containing what? 3. And here compute num into num means what is the thing it is going to be find out? 3 into 3. It is going to calculate something as what? 3 into 3. And this 3 into 3 has been stored inside the where 3 into 3 has been stored inside a variable called square. And 3 into 3 3 is what? 3 square of 3 what? 9. And here the 9 has been stored. And what is the output we are giving here means output we are displaying it as what? 9. Input as what? 3. We have given the input as 3, and it is computing processing 3 into 3 and storing the 3 into 3 in square, and displaying the output as what? 9. And here these are the algorithmic steps we have written for the what? We have written for find outing the what? Square of a number. These are the algorithmic steps we have written for find outing the what? Square of a number. And here how we are representing the square of the number. Here this one we are indicating it as what? This symbol we are indicating for the what? Starting point. And this one we are indicating for the what? End. For taking the input we are indicating it as what? Parallelogram. And for doing the writing the actual logic we are using something as what? Rectangle. Process, this one we are going to be called it as process. And this one we are going to call it as what? Input. This one we are going to be called it as what? Output. This one we are going to be called it as starting point. This one we are going to be called it as end point. This is the diagrammatical representation of what? This is the diagrammatical representation we are using for the what? Square of a number. Okay, this one we are going to be called it as a flow chart. And this one we are going to be called it as what? This one we are calling it as what? Algorithm of a square of the two numbers. This particular thing we are calling it as what? This particular thing we are calling it as what? Algorithm for find outing the square of the what? Two numbers. Algorithm for find outing the square of the what? Two numbers. And in this manner we are going to prepare some algorithm. And this type of algorithm we are going to be called it as what? Sequential. We are going to be called it as what? Sequential. And here this type of algorithm we are going to be called it as what? Here also we are writing one algorithm. This algorithm is containing some decision making. Is the bulb is switched on? If yes means what is the thing is going to be done. If no means what is the thing we need to be done. And here in this algorithm we are doing something as decision making as well as what? Some processing. This is the starting point. This is the decision making block. This is the processing block. These arrows are indicating where the data is flowing from, how the program has been flowed. That's why we are calling it as what? We are calling it as what? Flowchart representation. And what is meant by this pseudo code? Pseudo code means what? Not real code. Not real code. We are going to be called it as what? Pseudo code. And how we are going to represent the pseudo code here means for taking the input we are going to indicate it as what? Input. For processing we are going to use one keyword as what? Compute. And for displaying we are going to use one keyword as what? Print. Suppose if the value is doing some increment means what is the keyword we are using? Increment. What is the keyword we are indicating? Increment. If you are decreasing means we are indicating it as what? Decrement. If we are using conditional statement means we are using some keyword as what? If or else. And if we are using some repetitive statement means we are indicating it as what? While. And if it is a boolean value means we are indicating it as what? True or false. And these are the words we are going to be used inside the what? Used inside the pseudocode. Pseudocode nothing but what? Not real code. And here instead of writing algorithm we are writing something as what? Pseudocode input num1 input num2. This flowchart is for what? Calculating the addition of two numbers. And this flowchart input we are taking it as what? Input num1 input num2. And compute what? Result is equal num1 plus num2. And this one we are calling it as processing. And this one print what is the output we are going to be displayed? Result. And this same this is the code we are implementing, converting it into the what? Flow chart. This type of representation we are going to be called it as what? This type of representation we are calling it as what? Flow chart. And here also now what are the different types of flow of controls we are having inside the algorithms and flow charts. And previously whatever the algorithms we have been seen, all those algorithms are in which format? Sequence manner. And suppose branch based nothing but what? Decision based. And what is the which type of algorithms we are going to have? Repetitive, some part of the finite number of times. Some of the steps are going to be repeated for 10 times. Such type of thing we are going to be called it as what? Repetitive. What are the flow of controls are there in flow chart or algorithms means? Sequence. And one has what? Branch based. And one has what? Repetitive, repeat some part for a finite number of times. And now let us see which type of thing we are going to be called it as a sequence, which type of thing we are going to be called it as a branch based, and which type of thing we are going to be called it as what? Repeat some part. And here what is the program in find outing the even or odd here. Algorithm in find outing the even or odd. Here up to here it is working as a sequence. Up to here it is working as a sequence. But if suppose I have given something as input as 4 mod 2, and 4 mod 2 means what is the remainder value? 4 mod 2 means what is the remainder value? Here we are 4 mod here 4 mod 2 is equal to what is the remainder value? Here we are going to get here means 4 divided by 2. The remainder value we are going to get it as what? 0. Then if it is 0 means it is going to execute this statement. If it is 0 means it is going to execute this statement. Suppose if I am giving the input as what? 5. And here what is the thing it is going to be executed? It is going to execute something as what? It is going to, instead of 4 mod 2, it is going to execute something as 5 mod 2. Then remainder is what? Then it is going to give the remainder as what? 1. 1. Then this statement is not going to be executed. Why? Because it is not equal to what? Uh, it is not equal to 0. 1 is not equal to 0. So it is going to execute this else block. It is going to execute this else block. And this type of scenario we are going to be called it as what? This type of scenario we are going to be called it as what? What is the thing we are going to be called? Branch based. We are going to be called it as what? Branch based. And here input num, and if the value is 4, and 4 mod 2 means 0, then it is going to display it as even. And after that it is going to stop. After that it is going to stop. And if you give the input as input as 4 means it is going to be flown in this direction. It is going to flow in this direction. And if you give the input as 5 means it is going to flow inside this direction. And this type of flowing we are going to be called it as what? This type of flowing we are going to be called it as what? What is the thing we are going to be called flow? What is the this type of flowing we are going to be called it as decision flow. We are going to be called it as what? Decision flow. we are going to be called it as what? A decision flow. And branch based flow, or we are going to be called it as what? A decision based flow. And uh, here, yeah, this one is also what? This one is also this flow chart is also showing something as what? Decision based flow, or decision based flow. And here, what is the age? Age less than 13 means it is flowing inside this direction. If age is greater than, means inside this direction. Again, age greater than 20 means inside this direction. Age less than 20 means teenager. And here, this type of flow we are going to be called it as what? A decision based flow. And which type of thing we are going to be called it as a repetitive. And here, which type of, what is the thing they are indicating? Write a pseudocode and draw a flow chart to accept 5 numbers and find their average, and find their average, and find their average. They are indicating set count is equal to what? 0. Sum is equal to what? 0. And while count less than 5, while count less than 5 means input what? Num. And here, while count less than 5 means input what? Num. Count value is what? 0. Count value is 0. 0 less than 5. And input num, we are storing inside the number as what? Inside the number, how many numbers we are going to be taken here means, here I am taking 1 first. And what is the thing we are indicating? Sum is equal to sum plus num. Sum value we are indicating it as what? What is the sum value? Here we are having the sum value as what? 1. And sum value previously 0. Now the sum value becomes as what? 1. Now the sum value is going to become as what? 1. And now the count value is going to become as what? Count value is going to become as what? Count value previously 0. 0 plus 1, count value is going to become as what? 1. And after this, what is the, where it is going to be moved here means, it is going to move from here to here. It is going to move from here to here. Step 5 to the what? Step 2. Why it is moving from step 5 to the step 2 here means, and here what is the okay, here we have indicated something as what? Steps, repeat steps. Here we have indicated 3 to 5. Here 3, 4, 5 are going to be execute depending on this condition, now the count value is what? Second time the count value is what? 1. And 1 less than 5, the condition becomes true, and input the number means 2. And sum value is going to become as what? Sum is previously 1. 2 plus 1 means sum value is going to become as what? 3. Sum value is going to become as 3. And count is what? Count plus 1 means count value is going to become as what? 2. And after that, again it is going to repeat from here to here. And again 2 less than 5, and 2 less than 5, the condition becomes true, and the user is going to give the input as 3. And 3, and some value is going to become as what? 3 plus 3 means, what is the value? It is going to be 3 plus 3 means 6. And now the count value is going to become as what? Count value is going to become as 3. And 3 less than 5, the condition becomes true. And 4, and 6 plus 4 means, what is the value? Now what is the value? 10. And the count value is going to become as what? 3 plus 1 means 4. 4 less than 5, the condition is true. And here we are going to indicate something as what? 5. And 5. And sum is equal to 10 plus 5 means, what is the value it is going to get? Sum is equal to, what is the value it is going to be assigned? 15. It is going to assign the value as what? 15. And count value it is going to become as what? 5. And again it is going to move from here to here. And now the count value is what? 5. 5 less than 5 means the condition becomes what? False. Then again it is going to move from, if it is false means it is going to move to the what? Here. It is going to move, and compute average is equal to sum. Sum value is what? 15. And 15 divided by 5 means, what is the average value it is going to be stored here means 3. and print the average as what? It is going to print the average as what? 3. And this type of flow we are going to be called it as what? Repetitive. We are going to call it as what? Repeat. And what are the steps are going to be repeated for 5 number of times here means these steps has been repeated for how many number of times? These steps has been repeated for how many number of times? 5 number of times. These steps has been repeated for how many number of times? 5 number of times these steps has been repeated. And this type of flow we are going to be called it as what? This type of flow we are going to be called it as what? Repetitive flow. We are going to be called it as what? Repetitive flow we are going to be called. And this type of representation, here we are moving from here to here. How many times we are going to be moved? How many times we are going to be moved? Until for 5 times these 3 steps are going to be executed repetitively. This type of indication we are going to be called it as what? This type of flowchart or algorithm indication we are going to be called it as what? Repetitive algorithm. We are going to be called it as what? Repetitive algorithm. And what is the one more type of what is the thing we need to be done? Verifying the algorithm, whether the algorithm is working in the proper manner or not. Whether the algorithm is working in the proper way or not. Testing the algorithm, we are going to be called it as what? Verifying the algorithm. Or we are going to call it as what? Dry run. We are going to call it as what? Dry run. Why we are calling it as the dry run here means method of taking an input and running through the steps of the algorithm is sometimes called as what? A dry run. For what purpose we are running here means identifying any incorrect steps and figure outing the what? Missing details. Figure outing the what? Missing details. And what is the example we are going to be seeing here means hours. Addition of the time we are going to see. And here whether this algorithm is working in the proper manner or not, we are going to be tested. Here I am giving the hours as what? Here I am giving some hours as 1 hour and giving hour value 1 hour. And here I am giving something as what? 40 minutes. And here I am giving the hour as what? 2. And here I am giving the 10 minutes. And here hour plus hour means 3 hours. And minutes 40 minutes plus 10 okay 50 minutes. 3 hours 50 minutes. And for this it is giving the right kind of output as what? What is the output? It is going to give in 3 hours and 50 minutes. For this input it is giving the right kind of output. It is giving for this input it is giving the right kind of output. For this input it is giving the right kind of output. And here what is the thing I am giving here means here I am giving 1 hour. And here I am giving something as what? 40 minutes. Here I am giving something 1 hour 40 minutes. And here I am giving 2 hours. And here I am giving something as 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And 1 hour plus 2 hours means it is going to give the output as 2 3. And 40 plus 30 50 60 70. Is there any 70 minutes is going to exist inside the time calculation? Actually it has to give the result as what? It has to give the result as what? It is giving the result as 3 hours 70 minutes. 3 hours 70 minutes. Actual what is the output we are expected here means actual output we are going to expect it as what? Here 70 minutes means we need to add 1 hour. Here we need to add, here we need to, the hour value need to be changed. Here it has to actual what is the output? It has to give 1 hour. And here it has to give 70 minus 60 means what is the 10. And here if it is more than 60 minutes means it has to add 1 hour 1 plus 3 plus 1 is equal to what? 1 hour. Why? Because the minutes are above 60. And 70 minus 60 means it has to give the result as what? 10. And actual what is the result we are going to be expected? 4 hours 10 minutes we are going to be expected. And whether this algorithm is working in the proper manner or not means this algorithm is not working in a proper way. This algorithm is not working in a proper way. Here where the problem is existed here means here inside this logic is not working in calculating for what addition of hours and minutes. It is not calculating the addition of hours and minutes. It is not calculating. It is not giving the expected result. It is not giving the proper result. Here I am giving 1 hour 40 minutes plus 2 hour 30 minutes means it has to give the result as what 4 hours 10 minutes. But it is giving the result as what? It is giving the result as 3 hours 70 minutes. So we are going to say it as what? It is not working in a proper way. For some inputs it is going to be working. For some inputs it is not going to be worked. And this kind of testing, this kind of verifying, we are going to be called it as what? Verifying the algorithm. And after verifying, what is the thing we are going to be done? After verifying, what is the thing we are going to be done? And here what is the thing we are going to be done here means after verifying, what is the logic we are going to be changed? And here what is the logic we are going to be changed here means here what is the logic we are going to be changed? And here all of you listen carefully. And here what is the input we are giving? Here I am giving the input as 1. And here I am giving the input as a minute as 40. Here I am giving the input of hours as 2. And here I am giving the input as 30. And here hours plus hours means what is the how many hours? 3 hours. And minutes plus minutes means 40 plus 30 and 70 minutes. And here after calculating this, after adding this, total hours is equal to 3. And total minutes is equal to what is the logic we are having? 70. And here if minutes value is greater than 70, if minutes value is greater than 70, if minutes 70 is greater than 60 minutes means hours is equal to what is the thing? Hours is equal total hours is equal to what is the value we are having? Total hours total is equal to what is the okay, here there is no need to write multiple times. Here they have written multiple times. Okay, these two, okay, these two steps are enough. These steps are not okay. Instead of writing these two steps, they have been indicated some 4 steps. These 2 steps are enough. And here what is the logic we are writing here means hours is equal total hours is what? 3 hours. 3 plus 1 means what? 3 plus 1 is equal to, we are going to get it as what? 4 hours. And minutes is what? 70. And minutes 70 minus 60 means what is the result we are going to get? 10. And now we are getting the right kind of result as what? 4 hours 10 minutes. 4 hours 10 minutes. And 4 hours 10 minutes. These are the 2 steps are not needed. And these 2 steps are enough. And here what is the by seeing this, what is the thing we are understanding here means this algorithm is working in a proper manner. And such type of thing we are going to be called it as what? Such type of thing we are going to be called it as what? Verifying the algorithm. We are going to be called it as what? Verification of what? Verifying, testing the algorithm, whether that algorithm is working for the given input, for the proper input, it is giving the correct desired result to the user or not. We are calling it as what? Verifying the algorithm. And here what is the comparison of what? If there are multiple algorithms, sorting algorithms are what? Insertion sort, selection sort, bubble sort, like that we are going to have different types of algorithms for solving the single type of activity, more than one approach to solve a problem. Then what is we are going to be confused which type of algorithm we need to be chosen. Depending how the algorithm is going to be chosen here means depending on the basis of what? basis of time and space complexity, we need to choose one best algorithm. And every time we need to write something as what multiple algorithms, and inside those multiple algorithms, which algorithm is best one, we need to choose that best one. And after writing the successful algorithms, then what is the thing we need to do? We need to do some activity as what we need to convert the algorithmic code into the what programmatical code. That programmatical code we are putting, programmatical code is nothing but what, how we are going to write that programmatical code means depending on some high level programming languages, high level programming languages like C, C++, Java. We are converting the algorithmic code into the what, Java, C programmatical code. And here, what is the coding means? What, once the algorithm is finalized, it should be coded in a high level programming language as selected by the what programmer. And the order set of instructions written in which written in that programming language by following its syntax. And syntax is nothing but what, set of rules, grammars. Okay, every programming language is going to have some set of rules. Depending on those rules only, we are going to write the programmatical code. And here, this one we are going to be called it as what, coding. And what is meant by the decomposition? Suppose if you are facing a complex problem, if you assigned a problem as what, railway reservation system. If you assign, if somebody assigned you a task in solving the problem called railway reservation. And in railway reservation means we are going to have different types of modules. And here we are going to divide the complex problem into the what, small parts. And solving those problems means we are going to be called it as what, decomposition. And by seeing this diagram, you are going to understand. Here, railway reservation system has been divided it into how many modules? 6 modules. Here, first one as the train information module, second one as a reservation information module, and third one as what, information about the staff, security, railway infrastructure, and fourth module as what, food services, and fifth module as what, billing service, and sixth module as what, other details about the railway system. If you are dividing the complex problem into the small problems means we are going to be called it as what, we are going to call it as what, decomposition. And in implementing the complex problem, solving the complex problem, we are going to combine all these activities. And such type of thing we are going to be called it as what, decomposition. And this is all about the what, this is all about what is the, this is all about the what, introduction to the algorithms, steps to solve logical and numerical problems, representation of algorithms, what is meant by the flowchart, what is meant by the pseudocode,